Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Dale's Daily. Hey, I got an interesting tidbit of information today. You remember my 2019 F250 Super Duty? It's an XLT base work truck. So it has a remote start on it, right? Every time I've used the remote start, which is kind of just a few times, I've noticed that the parking lights do not come on whenever the remote start's activated. So I took it to the dealer today to do an oil change because they owed me my first oil change free. So I took it down there. They went ahead and did the oil change, and I asked the service writer whenever I went in, I said, hey, if you have a minute, can one of the techs hook that up and see why the parking lights aren't coming on whenever the remote start's used? And there was two of them sitting there, and they basically said, oh, I don't think, maybe it's something, it's not the right remote start, or it's not this, and it's not. They really didn't seem to care whatsoever. So I'm like, you know what, whatever, just go ahead and do the oil change. I'll take it somewhere else. That must have sparked them, because about 15 minutes later he comes back in and he says, hey, we had the tech hook it up and it was part of the BCM module, I believe is what he said. It just had the lighting turned off. He said we went ahead and tested it, and everything's good, which I pretty much knew that something needed flashed or turned on in there, but I didn't think that I could do it through the particular settings on the dash. I knew it had to be the FORScan or whatever Ford uses to go ahead and activate and deactivate certain features. So just in case you guys are wondering, if you come across a pre-owned Ford and you have a remote start on it and your lights don't light up, when you remote start it, now they do. On the regular fob, it's basically you got to hit lock, unlock, and lock, and it'll go ahead and start. And look at that, and they basically was trying to tell me that I probably didn't have that feature on this truck. But anybody that knows remote starts and has been around vehicles long enough, they pretty much know that that's how it works. Let me go ahead and do the same thing to deactivate this. So don't let anybody tell you, if you know and you're 100% sure that that's the way it should be. Service advisors, service writers, they're busy. They're busy all day long, but I knew it was that way. And at the end of the day, he went and checked on it. I asked him after I was done, hey, do I owe you anything? And he said, no, you don't owe us anything. So just a little tidbit. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.